tasting right now. Periscope Extra. The fine folks at Terrapin Beer Company sent us their single origin coffee stouts.
Yes.
4 of them. They've got 4 of them with a single origin, and we are going to taste them, compare them, and just see what we like. So, Tim is, of course, Tim is in the studio. Brian Hewitt is in the studio with us as well. Friend of the Beer Guys radio show, and
I'm here for beer.
We call him a beer expert,
for the beer.
as opposed to
He's also our cigar advisor.
Drunk. Yeah, he's a cigar expert as well, so he's a good guy to have around, which is always key. So, Joey, thank you so much for being behind the behind the Periscope for us and actually letting it work, unlike myself, who sucked at it last time. So, it'll be good. All right, what's the first one we're going to crack open?
We are going to open the Ethiopia Hembella blend, single origin coffee stout. So, tell a little bit about this one. Origin Ethiopia, location Aronia region.
Sure.
Farm, Hembella Estate, Alaka. I'm not saying any of these right, I'm sure.
It sounds good, though.
Elevation, I think that's 1,900 to 2,200 meters. Natural processing, grade 3 coffee. It is indigenous heirloom varietals in this. Tasty notes on this coffee are strawberry, jam, melon, and vanilla.
Okay.
Shall we try it out?
Absolutely.
Give me some glasses.
I got one here.
Who wants some of this?
This here.
Keep ours.
Okay.
Welcome, Jackie.
DK Toll Beer Festival.
Yes, a nice selection
There we
of
go.
tasting
Is
glasses.
that what that is?
That was yeah.
Oh, that's mine actually. I think
No.
that. Oh, is that? Oh, you got the.
Well,
here,
yeah, I brought the same one.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I did not realize that you were going to.
No, it's all good.
Oh, there's a
There we
Hennepin
go.
one too.
Where's
excitement?
Joey? Where's your glass?
Oh, right
You
here.
got one over here?
Thank you.
Excellent. There you go.
I didn't even know I was keeping with the theme. All of the glasses look exactly like this.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely a coffee stout.
There we go.
Smells
There's
like
that.
It really does.
Awesome.
Smells like blueberries almost.
We've been working hard today, Aaron. This is our third round. Wow, I got there's some more to top it off
Okay.
there, guys.
So again, this is the Terrapin single origin coffee
Oh,
stout,
great.
Ethiopian.
That smells great. That's
Okay.
on point.
There's that one there. Thank you, Joey.
Absolutely.
There's that one there. And here's what it looks like if you want to get a better shot of that too. So very, very dark. What are your thoughts, guys?
This is excellent.
It's really good.
So I'm a big fan of Terrapin's coffee stouts.
I am
as
too.
it is. The Wake and Bake is really nice. They do coffee stouts well, so I was really looking
Hi,
forward.
Loco. Welcome.
It's not overpowering. It's not like the
not.
Wake and Bake is really overpowering that coffee. This doesn't have that.
Very balanced, really balanced, and you do get the sweet fruitiness from the Ethiopian
I'm
coffee.
almost tasting blueberries on this.
Yeah,
A lot of coffee
smells
will get a
very
blueberry
blueberry-like.
note, yeah.
Well, especially the berry Ethiopians. That's why I like Ethiopians and Kenyans. They tend to have that berry characteristic,
Okay.
strawberry or jammy or blueberry. My favorites have the blueberry thing. I love the way this smells. It smells like blueberries.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's really nice. We should do one with Berserk Hindla.
We should,
beer.
yeah.
So.
See, now they're getting beer talk nerdy.
Brian and I homebrew together.
Yes.
So I saw you guys looking at each other when Glenn and I were geeking it up. You're
Yeah,
like,
we just
"Here
talked
we
by the
go."
way before to the guys from Jailhouse Brewing in Hampton, and yeah, Tim of course is a veteran home brewer, so he got all
We got
nerdy
proof.
about
We
that.
got hops here.
Oh, you got hops. See, look,
Nice.
never
So-
always come prepared.
Centennial.
This is really good. This
Yeah,
is
it's
really good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Should we move on to the?
I think
Aaron,
we should.
I think Aaron liked it.
I did. I was a
Yeah.
big fan of this one. This is excellent.
Now, admittedly, I poured myself a little heavier.
That's
It was
okay.
unintentional.
That's
but-
okay. Well, while you guys finish it up, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the next one here. So,
Yeah.
this is the Kona, Hawaii Kona coffee. I'm looking forward to this one as a former resident of Hawaii, but origin here is, again, Hawaii. See, look, I should know these things. Lahula is the farm. Elevation is 415 meters. Fully washed, extra fancy Kona Typica. Supposed to get clove, honey, and tea-like tasting notes on this. So, crack this bad boy
Do
open
it up,
using our
Aaron.
special Terrapin bottle opener.
That's a
again.
nice opener. That's a really
It
nice
is. Thanks to
opener.
the folks at Terrapin for hooking us up with this.
It's gonna be. That's probably going to be fairly intense.
It'll be interesting to follow that
Real quick,
to
yeah, with the Kona.
from the juiciness and bring the clove and tea in that in here. So
That's good.
Earl Grey chilled.
definitely more bold. Oh,
Okay.
oh. Do any spoilers?
I was going to say a spoiler
Little
alert.
spoilers there,
Thanks.
guys. So I definitely think starting with the Ethiopia was was the right.
And again, here's the label of the coffee stout from Hawaii.
Yeah, that's got.
So here's what it looks like
got
here.
More of that earthiness to it.
This one is more
Oh, yeah.
coffee.
Oh,
Coffee,
yeah.
coffee.
I mean, you get the other one had the sweet, jammy fruit and that.
Yeah.
Now this is something that's really interesting to show. A lot of people aren't coffee geeks.
Mhm.
I'm a pseudo coffee geek.
I'm a wannabe as
Brian's
well.
getting kind of hardcore.
Yeah.
I know regions now.
He
sort of.
aeropresses into his French press and then pours over
Yeah.
the French press
That's right.
into it.
So you don't have a
Yeah,
Keurig then, is that what you're saying?
Well, and it all winds up going into. Oh yeah, you already said a French press, but I have a second French press.
Exactly.
To do
That
it
you
twice,
French press
yeah.
that in. So,
I'm so confused.
but
already.
Yeah.
so a lot more robust on the coffee,
Mm-hmm.
but still very smooth. But this would be a good cup of coffee with taste.
It's a good cup of coffee. Yeah,
Like
it's almost minerally to me. It's almost more
a little
earthy.
mineral. Yeah.
It's the clove. Cloves will
It's the
often
clove,
come
okay.
across as minerally.
Okay.
And too much of it sometimes seems metallic to me at times, but yeah.
I get a little bit of that metallic taste. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
This
but
is an
it's,
after dinner cup of coffee,
Mhm.
basically, with beer.
Might have to buy a lot of 4-packs.
Yeah.
So these come in 4-packs like this with all 4 varieties.
They do.
So,
Yes.
so you can try them. You don't have to hunt all these down individually. They'll come in a 4-pack where you can check them all out, check the differences.
And I believe they were. If they're not just released, they'll be released
Coming
fairly
very soon.
What's
Yeah.
the release going to be like? How many bottles?
I'm not
are they
100% sure about that. Do you have does that save on the tasting notes there? The fine folks at Terrapin just sent us the gift box of this too. So definitely check Terrapin, their website and socials for that. I wish I had more information, but I was just excited about trying the beer. So I
Yeah,
did,
no
research
information
that as
on
well.
quantity or
Yeah,
I wonder if they
Or
went through
release
the Athens Coffee Company for all
Jittery
these
Joe's. They
years.
did
Joe's?
actually.
Did
So,
they? Is it all
so
Jittery?
yeah, this is
I
all
like
Jittery
some
Joe's
Jittery
coffee.
Joe stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've actually brewed their wake and bake blended
Okay.
coffee. It's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
I do like it. The Grayson Coffee House by my house actually uses Jittery Joe's chocolate.
they do
so shout
all
out to them.
say actually on the bottles.
Oh, do
brewed
they?
with Jittery
Yes,
Joe.
exactly,
So,
exactly. So
yeah,
I totally saw it. I just wanted them to know.
I understand.
Okay,
I appreciate
well,
you.
that's always key. It's always
feeding
key.
the camera
Yeah,
there.
one here. A little bit more of the Ethiopian. Yeah, that's definitely interesting. That minerally more earthy, like you said, the clove feeling with the Hawaiian, with
It's
the
a good idea. I'll have
Ethiopian.
to try some more of that Ethiopian.
So, both of these were fantastic.
Yeah.
Between the two we've tried so far, if I was looking for a coffee stout,
Mhm.
I would definitely lean more towards the what's the second one we just tried?
Hawaiian, the Kona
Hawaiian,
coffee?
the
Yeah.
Kona. So, but the first one is a lot delicate, fruity,
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah, I would lean towards the Ethiopian one myself. Maybe
I would
it's just-
probably as well. It
For a
reminds me-
coffee stout, yeah.
It reminds me of that original, that first Red Rooster, the Star Hill one that came out. It was
Yeah.
very blueberry. It was
Mhm.
it was like a combination of the two. It was a little bit bolder like the one, but it had the blueberry characteristics of the other. That was a magnificent.
Joey behind the camera, do you have any thoughts about this?
I'm enjoying every minute of this.
There you go.
Good stuff. Want to pop that next one?
I was going to say,
Keep
the
it
next
moving
one, what do we
along?
have going here? Okay. Third one is the Guatemala, and I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce the name on the bottom of that, so something with an H.
Huhutenango.
Sure.
How about that?
How would
Let's go.
Huhutenango? Okay. The farm is Ixtlama, and the elevation is higher, 1524 to 1830 meters. Again, strictly hard bean. Varietals, 50% bourbon and 50% Caturva. Juicy finish, medium body, plum, black pepper. This tells me that might be a little bit more of a bold.
Now I'm going to admit that I know very little of this coffee information.
And
I'm sure.
I would agree with that too.
So there may be some coffee geeks out there that know this more, but it's still interesting to see the source and the info on what we've got here. So
And again, this is the Guatemala.
It turns out many of the letters in that are silent. It's actually pronounced "pho."
Oh, good. Good to know
It's
that.
huh?
That's
Yeah,
key.
it's
That's key.
Whoa.
Yeah, just "pho."
And again, here's the coffee stout here. Okay, there you go. And that as well.
So this one's a little more. There's a little tartness to it.
Cheers.
It's
A little more acidity
Yep.
than the previous
yeah,
one. Probably more than the first too.
Yeah, definitely.
definitely. This is definitely the most acidic of the three. A little sharper on the coffee notes to me.
Definitely, I like that. It's
What is it saying? Is it
says juicy finish, medium body, plum, and black pepper.
Now, black pepper I could get. I was almost thinking more chocolatey, earthy.
I'm not sure I
Like
get
a-
the plum. No, I don't get any plum in
I don't
this.
think the acidity is kind of making it hard for that to come through. But
I think the interesting thing, again, for someone who may not be a big craft beer or coffee or anything like that, is the difference between these three beers. There's a noticeable difference between the three.
Considerably.
Considerably.
Yeah.
And again, it's all about the coffee. You know, it's the same exact base. You're just adding different types of coffee, and it just makes a world of difference, and it's very interesting. So.
same base stout.
Yeah,
Nice.
the acidity, the acid profile on this is much higher.
Joey, do you notice the difference in acidity here on the
The second one so far seems the smoothest to me.
It did to me too. Bold
That-
coffee flavors, but smooth beer overall.
That would be accurate because the second one I think had the lowest acid levels in it for sure. So
Okay. And the fourth and final one, is the Sumatra Wahana Natural from the Sidikalang region of Sumatra. Wahana Estate, again, at elevation of 1,200 to 1,524 meters. The Rasuna varietal, tasting notes of pineapple, sugar, and cinnamon.
That sounds interesting.
That does sound very
for that.
interesting. So that's a look at the coffee stout, the Sumatran label there too.
grade 1 coffee beans.
Yeah.
I can
Once
see
again,
that.
it's the Terrapin variety. Or Terrapin has created this coffee stout. Again, it's going to come in a 4-pack, so look for it soon at your bottle shop here. So Joey's taking a nice picture. And again, thank you to Leah at Terrapin for hooking us up for that. It's very cool of her to do so.
4 beers, 4 Quattro Cervezas.
Quattro
Quattro
Cervezas.
Called
Take a look at
Cafe.
that right,
All right.
here, sir.
Yes.
Gracias.
You're welcome. All right,
Thank you, sir.
Might just be because you said it, but I think it smells cinnamon.
This has got bold coffee aroma on it.
Oh,
like
yes.
Like the Kona. I get the pineapple. I was going to say I get a fruitiness there. So
You know, it's funny, when we first started this, I was going to say that this would be my least favorite, just off
Welcome,
the top
Porter.
of the board.
yeah,
This might be my favorite one now, actually.
Really?
This might be my favorite
Interesting.
one, yeah.
That's interesting that this got pineapple out of that. That's it's pretty cool.
I'm getting a little bit of that on there.
I think there's a little bit more acidity in that than I would expect from Sumatra. That's usually, just big earthy coffee. Typically, the ones I've had. I'm no expert on Sumatra coffee.
Yeah.
That's one of my weak areas, but it's not one I typically drink. But I like this. This is good.
Welcome, Obodro.
Hey, guys and gals.
is that Oliver? Is that Oliver Boudreau joining us there? Well, I chatted with him
That's
at
good.
Red Brick last weekend. So
Very cool. So, of the 4, do you have a preference for each
I
one?
do.
Yeah.
I do. So here's the thing. If I was going to choose, if I just wanted a straight coffee stout, if I wanted coffee and stout, I would choose the Kona.
Okay.
I think it was the
Interesting.
smoothest, boldest coffee stout. I also really like the Ethiopian, the sweet, fruity in that. Those two would be my top 2. I like the other 2 varieties, but not as much. I'd drink any of them, but if I was given the choice, the Kona and Ethiopia would be my 2.
Interesting. What about you, Ryan?
Sumatra's an interesting one. I'm not going to say I dislike it, but it's odd to me, a little odd.
Okay.
I can see what Tim's saying about the. In terms of straightforward and probably balanced beers, I would say that the Hawaiian, the Kona, is probably the one. It's very good. It has a great aroma to it. It's got just not offensive. It's a really good coffee beer, but I have a weakness in my heart for Ethiopian, and I don't think I can get past that. So.
Yeah, I really like the Ethiopian too. I think I like the Sumatran a little bit
Is there
better than you
more
guys
than
do.
Ethiopian?
There certainly might be a little bit more.
Yeah,
Yes, a
I
little
did.
bit.
I left a little bit behind.
All right.
There you go.
Figuring you might want to get into that.
I want to try the
Yeah.
Hawaiian again.
Yeah, think I need to do that too.
All right, guys. There's only a small pour, so I've emptied the Ethiopian.
See, as much as I want to
It
like
is
the
the one that
Hawaiian,
went first. So
Yeah.
it's not the one I like. So, yeah, for me, I mean, look, I like the Sumatra and I like the Ethiopian one as well. Those would be my two favorites
Really good.
of that. Interesting.
What were your two favorites there?
The Sumatran and actually the Ethiopian are the two that I like. So,
Yeah.
I just for me, as much as I want to like the Kona, I'm just not
I
feeling
really
it.
like the smell of the Kona.
I do like the smell, but I'm just not feeling it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
And that's why we got a nice variety 4-pack here.
Exactly.
A little something for everyone.
Exactly. Do you have any preferences, Joey?
I liked them all, but the second one, I can't remember which one that was.
That was the Kona.
The
That was
Kona?
with the real smooth coffee.
Yeah, that
That's
was
the Kona.
delicious to me.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
That sits on the palate just like you want a coffee.
It's a coffee stout.
Everything
Yeah.
else is kind of like, well, that's odd or that's interesting. But that one's just like,
Complex and interesting.
yeah,
Right?
oh, that's true, and that's not a bad thing. But that one is
Right.
like, boom, coffee stout.
Welcome, Almond.
So yeah. So I think the consensus here is the Hawaiian, the Kona coffee was the winner. I think Ethiopian was probably second.
Right in there, yeah.
And then the Guatemalan, Sumatra, third,
Yeah.
fourth, something like that. Don't get us wrong, they're all good. You know,
Yes.
it's just kind of different varieties of good. But I think if we, put the gun to our heads, we'd probably choose.
Well, they're
the-
very different flavor
Exactly.
notes, so they can't be equal. There has to be some high
something
coffee, so,
exactly.
Yes.
But you know what? Good job, Terrapin. Good job, Jittery Joe's. I think this is a fun winner. So if you want to have a good time and just kind of do a little tasting like we just did, look for this 4-pack. Like I said, if it's not out now, it should be out pretty soon. Thanks to the guys at Terrapin for hooking us up with this and for brewing this. It's been very interesting and a lot of fun as well. So
Thanks for inviting me over.
Oh, you're welcome,
Thanks
Brian.
for joining us.
So,
Big cheers.
Cheers. Absolutely.
I got water in my
You
glass.
got water in your glass?
Is
here.
that
That's
bad
bad
luck?
It's very
Oh,
loud.
man.
See,
My wife
listen.
will be
sorry.
very angry at you for that.
We just won't tell her. It'll be okay. Folks out in Periscope land, thank you so much for listening. You can go ahead to beerguysradio.com. Check us out on the web. Of course, Saturdays at 1 o'clock on AM 920 The Answer here in Atlanta. You can listen to the show, or you can also stream us. We've got the link also at beerguysradio.com. So, again, Terrapin, thanks very much, and we'll talk to you guys later.